It was meant to be an economic lifeline for the impoverished community, but remains closed for the last 3 years.
The Red Location Museum was once a tourist magnet, a must-see attraction for foreign and domestic visitors. Now it's a dangerous no-go area. The building itself won several architectural awards, and it stands in sharp contrast to its impoverished surroundings. The multi-million rand museum is now nothing more than a white elephant and the target of vandals. The community have forced the closure of the museum, demanding that when their defective 48 square metre homes are replaced, it must not be with the 40 square metre government standard homes. It's a fight about an extra 8 metres, and they're not backing down.
It is different from someone who already have a house and build it up until to the standard that you've seen it is on it. And then they come up and tell us no, because of Maspalat and his new policies now, the only thing they are going to do, instead of rectification, they demolish the house and rebuild it. But they are not taking it to the 48 square meter, they're just minimizing to 40 square meter. And that is something that we cannot agree on it.
Residents living in the 48 square metre houses have invested substantial amounts of money in their properties over the years. 75-year-old Nsikalela Mama has lived in Red Location his entire life.
What I want the Masipala to do must rectify this house, not to demolish, because government gave me 48 square meter. Now Mr. Ndoni came here, he said, the police said we must demolish the house and go down to the 38 square meter. But I don't like the 38 square meter. I want this 48 square meter.
He's just one of many backing the continued closure of the museum. The municipality declined to comment on the Red Location issue, saying negotiation and engagement were at an advanced stage.
Those are white lies. They are no talks. The last time we have talked, I do believe it was when the mayor was in Nongoza Chebe, at which there was nothing that he even said it.
Red Location Museum is one of only 2 museums in the country specialising in apartheid history. Port Elizabeth, especially New Brighton, was at the forefront of the struggle, and inside the museum, the stories of heroes like Raymond Mhlaba, Governor Mbeki and Ernest Malchus are depicted. This month marks the 20-year anniversary of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission hearings in East London. Ernest Malchus was one of the first to testify. He was born in Causton and later moved to Red Location.
There is what they called the helicopter method of torturing.
Torturing of some kind.
They suffocated me by pulling a mask over my face. With the helicopter method, they put a stick behind your knees and you were hung upside down. Whilst this was happening, you were suffocated.
It was his dream that a museum be erected in Red Location to reflect the area's vibrant historical past. Malchus died on the 7th of April 1998. Today, his dream is in tatters. The museum first opened its doors to the public on St. Valentine's Day on the 14th of February 2006. Ironically, on the Nelson Mandela Bay Tourism website it reads, "The Red Location Museum has been built primarily as a tribute to the liberation struggle against apartheid. The date is appropriate because this museum, with a difference, counts love, reconciliation and hope for the future among its aims." Janine Lee, SABC News, Port Elizabeth.
German Chancellor Angela Merkel